Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm starting off applying Embryolisse Lait Creme Concentrate. I love this moisturizer for all skin types. It really absorbs quickly into the skin and creates a flawless canvas. I'm gonna also apply its potent cream by Benefit under the eyes. This will moisturize the area. I'm moving on to eyebrows now, and I'm taking this NYX eyebrow gel in espresso, which is a great product to create shapes and fill in brows. And I'm using the brush by Anastasia. This is the number 20. This is square shaped, and it really helps to create flawless brows every time. It doesn't matter if you're using a gel or powder. I love it for everything. And I'm just gonna make sure the shape is right. So I'm shaping it from under, and then I'm just swiping the brush with whatever's left to fill in any gaps that the brow may have. I'm not gonna set the brows using NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is in espresso as well, and this will prevent the brows from moving around like crazy during the day. Next is eyes, and I'm starting applying a base. This is MAC Painterly. It's a paint pot, and I'm just making sure the brows look flawless. So I'm just gonna really emphasize the brows and then also take it towards the crease to create a flawless base. I'm now going to take Stormy Pink, which is another paint pot by MAC, and this has a gray pinkish undertone to it, which is beautiful to me. I'm just going to apply that with that same brush that we were using before, and then I'm just going to blend the edges and make sure they marry together using the clean blending side. I'm now going to take this palette by Tilbury. This is the Golden Goddess one, and I'm taking this brown medium tone which has a little bit of sparkle to it, and I'm just gonna emphasize the crease to create depth and definition. And I'm just now taking the rest of the product to the lash line, so I'm joining up and creating an external V, which is a pretty classic shape. And now with this precision brush from Burlesque, I'm just making sure it's really elevated and lifted, because she has pretty rounded eyes. So what I really want to do is bring them out and out and create a very cat eye shape. I'm now reinforcing that external V with the same brown that we were using by Tilbury. I'm now going to take this shade by NYX. This is from the contour kit, and it has a bit of shimmer to it, and I'm just going to apply that under the brow bone and then making sure it blends with the brown on the crease. And now this is the fun part. I'm gonna take glitter injections. I believe this one is called Rose Gold, and it is essentially pressed glitter. I'm just using a brush by MAC, which is really like a packing brush, and I'm just gonna pack the product onto the eyelid for the biggest impact. I'm now gonna take MAC's Dipdown Fluidline, which is rich brown eyeliner gel, and the brush 263, also by MAC. And I'm just gonna start lining the lashes. First the center, then the inner corner, and I'm just gonna elongate it a little bit just to keep the elongation of the eye going. And finally the tail of the eyeliner, which is gonna be very dramatic, very lifted, because this is what I'm looking for. And I wanted to use brown to not be as harsh, and because I already used black eyeliner on her one, so I'm just trying to mix it up. I'm not gonna apply mascara. This is the Smashbox X-Rated mascara, and I'm not super impressed with it, to be honest, so far. And now I'm gonna take this NYX eyelashes. These are weak lashes in Scandal, which really accent the outer corner. They're very fluffy as well. They're easy to apply, and they're a dream come true. So here you can see the difference between one eye and the other. It's beautiful. I'm now going to move on to base, and I'm taking this NYX Born to Glow Illuminating Primer, and I'm just going to apply that on the center of the face. So forehead, the cheekbones, bridge of the nose, a little bit on the cupid's bow, and the chin. And now I'm going to take this Maybelline Dream Velvet Foundation. I'm mixing two tones here, number 10 and number 48. And I'm just going to apply that with fingers and blend into the skin with a beauty blender. This has a pretty velvety matte finish, so it's not completely plain, it's not flat. And having applied the Born to Glow primer beforehand, there are going to be some areas that are going to be more glowy. And I love that mix. I'm now going to take this NYX Conceal Correct Contour Palette, which is essentially a camouflage palette. And I'm just going to pinpoint conceal. So I'm going to take a little brush and I'm just going to conceal any spots, any discoloration, redness. You can even conceal some freckles if you don't like them, even though I love them. And now I'm going to press in with the fingers to melt it in with the rest of the products that we already have on. I'm now going to take this MAC prep+prime highlighter in Bright Forecast, which has a pretty salmony undertone to it. And I'm just working it into the skin with a micro beauty blender. I'm now going to take this NYX 80 concealer, and this is in 02. It's pretty clear. It's pretty light. And I'm just going to use this to essentially highlight using cream products. This has a very lightweight feel to it, so it's not going to look cakey unless you overdo it. So I'm applying that to the areas that we applied the primer before, the illuminating primer. And I'm just going to pat it into the skin with a beauty blender, make sure it blends. And as I get closer to the eyes, I'm going to switch to the micro beauty blender because it works wonders. I'm now going to set that concealing using MAC prep+prime CC in Neutralize. And I'm also going to set the rest of the face using a very light hand, except for the cheekbones, because I'm going to apply a cream blush also by NYX. This is Rose Petal. And I'm taking that on a Real Techniques brush and then making sure it blends seamlessly into the skin with a beauty blender. So it ties together with the eye look. I'm now going to take Mary Lou Manizer highlighter on a Zoeva highlighting brush, which I adore. And I'm just applying that to the high planes of the cheekbones, down the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, tons there because I love it, and the tiniest bit on the chin. And I'm going to go back to the NYX contour palette again, and I'm taking the coolest brown that they have on a contour brush by Real Techniques. And I love this contour brush because it won't pick up a lot of product at once, so you can really build up the intensity as you go and don't make any mistakes. So that's why I love it. And I'm just going to apply that on the cheeks, around the perimeter of the face, and the tiniest bit on the jaw as well. And as you can see, it builds up beautifully. And I'm just going to make sure it's all blending together using the same powder brush that we used before to apply powder all over the skin. And now going back to this brown eyeshadow by Charlotte, and I'm just going to line the lower lashes with it, the tiniest bit. And then with whatever's left, I'm going to slightly go to the inner corner with a pencil brush by MAC. And I'm just going to line the upper and lower rims using Scandalized by Rimmel in brown. And here you can see the eyes so far. I love them. Moving on to lips, and I'm taking Dervish Lip Liner by MAC, which is kind of a brown lip liner with a bit of pink warm tones to it. So I really like that. It's very flattering. And I'm going to line the entire lips with this. And now I'm going to move on to NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Rome, which is pretty similar to the lip liner that we used before, but it's just more pigmented. And this has a matte finish, and I love them. Now here you have the finished look. I hope you enjoy it. I really love creating this look for you. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below. I would like to remind you that you have also all my social media links down on the description box, as well as every single product mentioned and used in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.